What's going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about homes for every single lifestyle starting in the mid 200s. Let's get into the video. My name is Ramon Lomeli. I'm a local realtor and the team leader of the Smart Move Group brokered by eXp Realty here in Winston-Salem, as well as all the surrounding areas. And the reason that I wanted to make this video for you guys today is that we are getting a ton of people that are still moving to the North Carolina, to the Triad, to the Winston-Salem area almost every single day. I'm still getting phone calls all the time. And so people keep moving here for varying reasons. Some people are moving here because they're retiring and they're looking for that single story home or that townhome. Some people are moving here to go to school, and so we have some amazing walkable areas full of fun things to do. We've got families moving to the area, so we got some amazing neighborhoods for them. And a lot of you guys are moving here because you want some space to spread out, you want some land. And there's a bunch of other different kinds of lifestyles of people that are moving here to the area. So I wanted to put this list together so you guys have an idea of what to expect for these certain different lifestyles in the Winston-Salem area. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Before we jump into it though, you know what time it is. I need a huge favor from you. Hit that like button, leave me a comment, but above all, subscribe. Those kinds of things keep me super motivated to keep pumping out these videos for you. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, the number on the screen is my personal cell phone number. It goes to no one else but me. You can call me or shoot me a text. I'm also going to leave some amazing links in the about section of this video, like the Winston-Salem Relocation Guide. Maybe I'll even leave some homes for sale in these neighborhoods and these areas that we're going to be talking about today. And of course, my social media handles. If you want to be my friend on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is, feel free to hit me up on there. And the reason I'm making this video is one of the main reasons why I love North Carolina and the Winston-Salem, the Triad area so much, because there are so many different things for so many different people. Like I mentioned, if you're looking to retire, if you're going to college, if you're looking to start a family, if you have a family, if you're looking to maybe start a hobby farm or have a home on some land with plenty of privacy, we have it all here in the Winston-Salem area. So if you're looking for a condo that is in the downtown area, that you can walk to the bars, to all the nightlife, the happening scene, be involved in all of the downtown events, something that is super walkable, then you're gonna like the first one on today's list. And this is gonna be the YMCA condominiums in downtown Winston-Salem. This historic building is actually in the National Register of Historic Places, so that's pretty cool. It was originally built in 1924 for those looking for an affordable place to live in the downtown Winston-Salem area. This condo is ideal, and it's kind of what you picture when you think about living in a downtown condo. You're right in the middle of downtown Winston-Salem, around all of the most happening bars and all the cool things to do, the popular scene, all the new restaurants coming up, all the trendy places to be. You're right in the smack middle of everything. A lot of the units inside of this building have been beautifully updated, but some of them have their original historic charm, which is the ones I would like. Now, you do got to pay for parking when you're living downtown. Thankfully, they offer a private courtyard that you got to pay for. And of course, because we're in downtown and because this is a condo, we do have an HOA of about $260 a month. They have some 1 bedrooms and some 2 bedrooms. Most of the 2 bedrooms do have 2 bathrooms as well, so that's pretty good. And the average price that these condos sold in the YMCA building last year was about $262,000, so quite affordable. You do have that additional cost of the HOA. So I think this place really appeals to either the young kids, maybe they're going to college and they have a roommate, or maybe they just graduated college and they're looking for their first job, or they're starting a job soon and they want to be in the Winston-Salem, in the downtown Winston-Salem area. Definitely someone for the younger, kind of younger professional crowd. I think this would be perfect for someone like that. And now we're going to talk about a different kind of lifestyle, which is going to be maybe the family lifestyle. And this is going to be when you have a preference of being inside of a neighborhood, like a mature neighborhood with plenty of landscaping, mature landscaping, an established neighborhood in a great suburb of Winston-Salem. And so today we're going to be talking about Shallowford Lakes, which is in the town of Louisville, North Carolina. Like I said, a beautiful, highly sought after suburb of Winston-Salem. A lot of people that are moving to the area discover Louisville, and so there are a lot of people that are liking it right now. It's kind of popular. I feel like 5-10 years ago, not a lot of people knew about Louisville unless you lived there, you had a family member that lived there, but it's definitely becoming very popular and it's growing in population. There's all kinds of new construction homes going on, and it is kind of an upscale suburb of Winston-Salem. It's a small town feeling. Thankfully here though, the average home price is around the $420,000 20,000 range. You can definitely get a lot cheaper, however, but you know, generally speaking, you're in that mid four, low four price range. Louisville also happens to be a super quiet and quaint town, and they want to keep their small town feel. Funny enough, they have a ban on drive-through restaurants, and they have a lot of ordinances to prevent it from becoming like, you know, a super commercial main street or a super, you know, downtown area. They want to preserve that downtown feeling, that community feeling. So I think you'll like this neighborhood if you prefer the larger lots. There's a lot of really sizable lots in that neighborhood. It looks like everyone is always taking care of their landscaping of their homes, or they're maintaining everything properly. So it's one of those neighborhoods that's going to hold its value. It does have around 200 homes, but I do like that most of the homes are really different. They have a lot of unique architecture out there. And of course, you have a bunch of lakes. You have 5 lakes that are actually stocked. A lot of the residents of that neighborhood like to go kayaking, paddleboarding, or even fishing. There is also a competition-sized pool inside of this neighborhood, and in the summertime they have a lifeguard on duty. The pool is an optional membership. It's not required. It's an optional membership, which I think is nice. There is a small HOA inside of this neighborhood. It's around $300 a year, but it actually covers one of the unique thing it covers is stocking the ponds, the lakes inside of this neighborhood to make sure they always have fish in them. But really good lot sizes from about half an acre to about 2 acres is what you can expect to get inside of this neighborhood. Most of the homes are going to range between 3 to 5 bedrooms, and most of the time you're talking about a smaller side of 1,600 square foot homes to about 4,000 square foot homes. So, you know, they vary greatly, but you got some big ones in there. So yeah, I think if you are looking for that established neighborhood with that mature landscaping, a close-knit community on the outskirts of Winston-Salem where you're not really surrounded by all the noise and the traffic and the city lights, then I think you're gonna like Shallowford Lakes. Up next, we're gonna be talking about a great new construction neighborhood that I'm sure you're gonna enjoy. Before we do though, I do have another favor to ask. You already know what I'm gonna say. It's time for another plug. Do me a favor, hit that like button, leave me a comment, but subscribe. That really helps the channel, keeps me motivated. I have a bunch of links in the about section. These neighborhoods, these areas, you're gonna see homes available in those areas. You're also gonna see the free Winston-Salem relocation guide. And of course, if you want to be my friend on any of the social medias, my links to those are in the about section. All right, enough of that. Let's get back into the video. Up next, we're gonna talk about Barrow Farms, which is a new construction neighborhood in Kernersville. And I think this is gonna be for someone that's looking for like a new construction home. You don't like the old homes that may need some repair, may need to be updated, that may need a roof or an HVAC system. You're looking for something brand new, but on the plus side, these neighborhoods or these homes inside of this neighborhood have quite large lots, at least half an acre or more. This neighborhood will also be great for someone that's looking for some level of customization when it comes to their home, because this builder is actually a quite affordable semi-custom builder. Additionally, I think that this neighborhood is great for someone that is looking for an ideal location. This neighborhood happens to be inside of Kernersville, which is closer to Winston-Salem, but it's also really short distance to Greensboro and High Point, North Carolina. So someone that maybe you have family members in Greensboro, but you work in Winston, or vice versa, or you want to be kind of close to both big cities, this would be ideal for something like that. Now, because of the large lots that they're offering inside of this neighborhood, they only have about 33 lots left to build on. It's kind of a pro and con. When you're having bigger lots, it usually means less homes to be built. On the smaller side, they're closer to half acre, but some of the lot sizes are actually closer or surpass an acre, which is not very common inside of the city in this price range for sure. They've really thought these floor plans through. They've got some amazing modern amenities in them as well. You got 3 and 4 bedroom floor plans. You also have some floor plans with lofts or offices or flex rooms, so you can make it whatever you want. 2, 2.5, even 3 bathrooms sometimes. And actually right now they're offering some amazing builder incentives. I've heard that they're doing like $12,000 off of your closing costs, or they'll buy your interest rate down or something like that. So all kinds of crazy stuff, up to $15,000 sometimes. And the best part is, in this neighborhood, the average price of homes that have sold so far is right at $409,000. So for 400, so in the low 400s, you're getting a brand new construction home with all kinds of warranties, all kinds of updates if you want. The builder is semi-custom, so you can design it. You're gonna be in a neighborhood, but you're gonna have plenty of land, and you're in a very, very desirable location. That's called Kernersville, North Carolina, another great suburb of Winston-Salem. So I think there's a lot of value there. Up next, we're gonna talk about Langdon Village. Now, this neighborhood is gonna be great for my retirees out there. I seem to be getting a lot more and more of these people that are retiring, coming to the area to move somewhere where your dollar goes a lot further. It's also great if you want to be in a area with some of the best schools around, which is Clemens, North Carolina. Now, these are going to be primarily one-story townhomes, so that's why I think that the retirees are going to really appreciate these. So Clemens, once again, very desirable suburb of Winston-Salem. We're only about 10 miles west of Winston-Salem. One of the reasons why Clemens is so desirable is the community and some of the best schools in the area. Clemens has been a favorite of amongst locals here for a very, very long time. It does seem, though, that in the last 3 to 5 years, Clemens has really exploded. Along Louisville-Clemens Road, which is kind of the main drag inside of Clemens, North Carolina, everything that used to be, you know, little houses have been bought up by developers, and there's businesses and car washes and grocery stores and parking lots and big buildings now. So it's growing quite rapidly, but it still has its own little community feel. Now, if you need some extra room, because most of the homes in this neighborhood are one story, they do have some homes in there that have a bonus room upstairs. Also, another reason why I think my retirees would like this is because they do have an HOA, but it covers the landscaping, the yard maintenance. And the HOA is about $120 a month, which is essentially what you'd pay a landscaper anyway. You got 2 and 3 bedroom homes. You got some that are as small as like 1,700 square feet, well into the 2,000 square feet, like 2,300, 2,400 square feet. Some of these are brick, vinyl, and if you're fancy, even stone exteriors in some of these. Of course, amazing location inside of Clemens. Again, Clemens is great for schools, community, but also you got 421 and Interstate 40 right there. So getting in and out of Clemens is easy. Going to the big city in Winston-Salem, going to the more rural areas, getting to Charlotte, wherever you need to go, quite easy when you're in Clemens. And the amazing thing is that the average price point of these townhomes inside of Langdon Village came out to an average price of about $338,000. So again, Langdon Village, for my retirees, for my people looking to retire, planning for the future, this might be a great option. I feel like the price is gonna start to increase in here. That, or someone who's looking for an affordable way to live in Clemens so their kids can go to some of the best schools in the area. Up next, we're gonna be talking about British Woods, which is a lovely neighborhood. This is one of those hidden gem neighborhoods that I'm not sure why it's still so affordable, and that's one of the reasons it's on this list today. It's beautiful, it's in a great location, and very, very well kept homes. However, I just feel like not a lot of people know about this neighborhood, so it's still quite affordable. So this is gonna be great if you're looking for a subdivision that's very centrally located with no HOA and is affordable. You're really close proximity to Forsyth Hospital, you're really close proximity to Haynes Mall, and by the way, Stratford and Haynes Mall Boulevard is where basically all of the shopping and dining is, all the big box stores, whether it's your Costco's, your Sam's Club, your Big Lots, your Lowe's Hardware, your Lowe's Food, your Home Depot, your movie theater, your, like, you know, the big drag where all the big stores are. This is where, you know, really close to all that. So if you have a job near there or at the hospital, or you got to be close to downtown, you're within like 8 minutes of downtown Winston-Salem here. So location, amazing. Because of that, you have a ton of options for shopping and dining. So great for someone who's looking for an affordable home in a great location. Also, no HOA. If you're not a fan of HOAs, no HOA here. You have a lot of brick and like cedar shake style homes, a lot of brick ranchers, split levels. Most of these are going to be 60s and 70s construction. A lot of brick, a lot of stone, a lot of wood homes. Like I said, very well kept. They've got some sidewalks inside this neighborhood too. You're close to everything. And surprisingly, the lot sizes aren't that small. 0.37 of an acre is the average. I've definitely seen up to half an acre in there. And I've seen a small about 0.2, but most of them are going to be in that 0.35, 0.4, almost 0.45 acre lot. Homes on the small side are going to be closer to 1,300 to as big as 3,000 square feet. But the best part is that the average price of homes that sold in the last year inside of British Woods is about $288,000. All right, let's finish it up with my people looking to have some spaces spread out, some rural living. So inside of Winston-Salem, there are many, many options for that, but it's going to be a little higher. If you go outside into the county, or maybe even the surrounding areas, the surrounding little towns, definitely the surrounding counties, you're going to find some very affordable pieces of land or some very affordable homes on significant amounts of land. If budget is a very, very big concern for you, you can definitely find maybe a manufactured home with a couple of acres out in like Yadkinville or Davie County, Moxville, or maybe even Davidson County, Lexington. There are plenty of options like that where you're getting like a 80s, 90s, early 2000s, double wide essentially, sitting on 1 or 2 acres. That's about as cheap as it's gonna get with some land here, which by the way, prices have definitely increased. So it used to be like 100, 120, but now it's, you know, obviously gotten a little pricey. In that $200,000 to $300,000 range, you are looking at some brick ranchers with maybe 3/4 of an acre, acre and a half. Maybe outdated though. Maybe they have a basement, but they're going to be outdated for sure. But now we get into that 300 to 400 range. Here we're seeing even newer homes on an acre, 2 acres, 3 acres, even 4. You might even start to see some homes with like a water feature, a little lake or a little stream that runs through the property, a spring. You might even see a home that's been renovated with a couple of buildings like a shed or a barn or a garage, some kind of workshop as well. But definitely if we're looking like that $400,000 to $600,000 range, we're starting seeing some real acreage. We're starting to see 10, 15, 20 acres. We're starting to see plantation style homes. We're starting to see farmhouses. We're starting to see some beautiful, really nice architecture. So although I don't have a specific neighborhood and the area is so broad, I am gonna put some options for some rural living in the about section of this video as well. But you know what that means? That brings us to the end of today's video. Before you go clicking on someone else's video, probably one of my competitors, only click if it's one of mine. Feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. The number on the screen is my personal cell phone, goes to no one else but me. And please don't forget to hit that like button, leave me a comment, but above all, subscribe. Those kinds of things keep me motivated to keep pumping out these videos for you. And of course, I left you a bunch of awesome links in the about section so you can see some homes in these areas, so you can see the free Winston-Salem relocation guide, and so you can be my friend on social media. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next video.